Have you ever had the experience of preparing for an important meeting, one that could have a major impact on your job or your life, totally prepared for a thorough hour of discussion, only to arrive and discover that a key player needs to leave after just 15 minutes? That's a big disconnect. What a waste. Prevent that. Take a few minutes in advance to get clear about the outcomes. Lay out the process. Then everyone can see how long it's going to take. Don't just set a start time. Set an end time. Get agreement from everyone on the amount of time you have. Sequence matters. Don't do the times first. As an executive coach to CEOs, my initial meeting with a prospective client takes 90 minutes to 2 hours. There's just no point in a shorter sales call. Now suppose your career success depended on your ability to get busy chief executives to carve out 2 uninterrupted hours before he or she even knew that you could help them. Could you do that? I do, because I use a strong conversation contract that sounds like this. At the end of this meeting, we will both have a clear idea about whether my executive coaching is appropriate for you at this stage in your business and your life. We'll have a specific, confidential conversation about you, your business, your goals. We'll talk in detail about your results and your plans. Please arrange for us to speak privately and uninterrupted for 2 hours. A conversation contract for an all-day meeting involving dozens of people and lots of material might take hours to negotiate. For an ad hoc telephone call, the conversation contract might only take 15 seconds. For example, I train salespeople to say something like this: I'm calling today to see if it makes sense for us to have a longer face-to-face meeting. If I could ask you 3 or 4 questions, we'll both know if we should get together. Do you have 5 minutes to do that now, or would you prefer to schedule another call? Did you see all 3 parts? Outcome, process, times? And it's all there. 3 sentences, 15 seconds. Why bother with all this? One of the top complaints business people have about taking telephone calls from salespeople at the office is they're afraid you won't let them go. They don't know how long it's going to take. If you do in-home sales, uncertainty about how much time you'll take is a huge barrier to getting the appointment. Instead of letting mystery create stress and evasions, try setting up your business meetings with a telephone call like this. I just called to set the agenda for tomorrow's meeting. If the 2 of us could talk about what we want to accomplish, who we need to have in the room, what information they should prepare, we should have a great meeting. Do you have 5 minutes to go over that now? Did you notice? I just made a conversation contract to make a conversation contract. Once you feel the power of this, you'll do it all day. Now, this is important, crucial for your reputation and effectiveness. Don't just set contracts. Respect contracts. Renegotiate your contract if you approach the end of the agreed time, no matter what is happening. Even if they're reaching for their credit card, stop and say, I notice we're close to our time, but we haven't covered everything. I'm comfortable going for another 5 minutes if you are. Or we could schedule another call to get this done. Which works best for you? Do you see all the strong messages in that question? You acknowledge the value of their time and of your time. This is crucial for salespeople whose time is often wasted by prospects. You confirm that your promise matters. If you say you're going to hit a deadline, you don't just forget about it. The conversation contract isn't a trick or a manipulation. It's totally straight and honest. So everybody can relax. When you get clear with people on the purpose of the meeting and the format of the discussion, the time is easy to agree to. If you get resistance on the time, move back and talk about the process. If they won't agree on the process, make sure you still have agreement on the outcome. You may have to start over by negotiating a different outcome, maybe an interim step. Don't pretend to move forward until you can find the why everyone can support. If you can't create a complete conversation contract, be happy. You've avoided scheduling a frustrating meeting. If you can't agree on the purpose of a meeting, why would you want to commit the time anyway? There's lots of free support material for the conversation contract and other techniques on my website, www.tonymayo.com, including a graphic you can download and print. I suggest posting it over your telephone so you can follow the format on your calls. You're going to save time, reduce stress and uncertainty, deepen and clarify your relationships, maybe even make some more money. By the way, you might want to replay the first 30 seconds of this video to see how it follows the 3 parts of the conversation contract.